The earliest hint of mankind was from 100,000 years ago, and in that time, it is estimated that 107 billion people have lived. Most of them have been forgotten by history. We remember the kings, but not the king's subjects. We remember the generals, but not the soldiers that died in anonymity. In the olden days, events and people were captured by paintings and portraits. But how many of the average Joe Schmoes do you think were captured this way? And how many more were never memorialized at all? The invention of the camera allowed the average person, not just the ones who were presidents or inventors of some major thing like electricity, to be remembered. A photograph was proof of existence. It was proof of having been alive. However, when you pick up an old photograph, the context is lost. Who was this person? What were their hopes and dreams? What did they accomplish? Who did they love? What did they regret? Once there is no one around to remember your story, at least for someone who wasn't a famous figure, their story is lost to history. People from the long-forgotten past wouldn't recognize life today. There have been so many changes. But there is one thing that each of the 100 billion or so lives had in common, and that was the search for meaning, for purpose, for the reason that we are all here. Some have found meaning in God and going to church. Others find meaning in each other. As for me, I found meaning in my family. My wife and kids. Until I lost that family, because I wasn't quite grown enough to keep it. Because I hadn't quite evolved enough as a person. I remember shortly after things imploded, talking to my Uncle Gary, telling him that I thought I had lost my meaning. But my meaning hadn't been lost. It had merely transformed. It was now all about Julia. She became my light during very dark times. Sometimes she was my only light. I remember a quote from the movie Interstellar, that we exist as parents, as simply memories for our children. But now I had the opportunity to do more. I had been through hell and come out the other side, and now I was ready to do more, to do some damage, to change the narrative, to change my story, as something other than a man who couldn't get out of his own way, but a man who had been through a lot, and then finally put it all together, to do what he was meant to do, to utilize his talents, and not have on his tombstone, "Here lies David A. Korman, wasted potential." I could leave something behind more than simply memories for Julia. I could leave a legacy. Maybe even make one of the photographs of me that someone picks up in the future as not a forgotten man, but as someone who did something. Would I succeed in changing my narrative? Would I succeed in changing my story? I had no idea. But I for sure was going to try. When Julia originally learned that Adam and Stacie were engaged, her reaction was this.
No!
Alright, well, say congratulations. What do you... Go hug Adam and Stacie. Alright, fine. Her tune, as I knew it would, had changed. Okay, Jules.
Hi! Here, this is for you and Stacie.
Oh, thank you! Hi!
Hi. We were visiting Adam and Stacie early in 2020 to celebrate Christmas, which we had yet to be able to do with them. It was here that I was asked by Stacie to stand on her side at the wedding as her maid of honor. Long before Adam and Stacie were a couple, I used to joke with Stacie that at her wedding, I was gonna need to give a speech which would make everybody in the audience cry.
Specific.
Oh, no. I don't know what flavor that is.
A flavor?
Well, you know what I mean, like
A scent?
smell?
I hope you're not eating your axe. What do you think, Lily? How's it smell?
Fresh.
Smells like you.
That might be a little too intense for her.
Smells good.
Do you like the smell, Julia?
I haven't even smelled it. It hurt my eyes.
You know?
Why did you get a really big present?
I'm sure it's just the box.
That I could go in. Give me a box that I could go in. What is that? Close.
It's alright, Lil.
Where is she running?
This feels a lot of patty.
I think it's the same type she got me.
It's similar. Nice and warm for the winter.
Yes. It would be silly if we were both with Christmas their sweater from last year and this one at the same time. Probably, right?
Oh, is that your lol?
Yeah.
Snivelly. So,
Let's see what it looks like, Jules.
This is how my
Fancy LOL doll.
yeah.
Nice.
Kind of like a sweater slash coat.
Yep.
Nice.
It's a jacket. And one more from Adam.
last present.
The calendar.
Star Trek: The Next Generation cast calendar. Interesting. The Picard cast is the first month of the year. Dr. Cat Crusher. Something's wrong with that. My birthday falls on a Tuesday this year. That's cool. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
I was asking Stacie if it would be cheaper if we did the wedding on Tuesday.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Dave from Korman Productions. In the meantime, the hot streak, creatively speaking, that I had ended 2019 on, continued into 2020. In the month of January, I was on fire. It was my goal, going into 2020, to not only produce more content on my YouTube channel, but to hopefully start up the business end of Korman Productions. But to do that, I needed equipment. And to get it, I needed money. I had two ideas about how to get said money. The first was a home run idea of starting up a Kickstarter on a creative project, which would hopefully, if it reached its goal, make enough money to both help me buy the equipment I needed and to finance the project I was aiming for. The other idea was to simply save money, which so far in January I had succeeded in doing. It's funny that all my efforts last year to get myself back out there, to be more social, to potentially reigniting my dating life, efforts that all but ended after my date with Miranda last year, that a friendship would basically just fall into my lap in the form of Sadhana. Before her, I certainly had other roommates, but none that I really spent any time with. Most, which if I'm being honest, I basically avoided. Our bond was formed almost instantaneously, bonding over our mutual mental health problems. She was one last gift from 2019, and I am gratified that so far in 2020, our friendship continued to grow. Meanwhile, Adam and Stacie's wedding plan continued apace, and they had settled on a date in September. Towards that end, we attended the Bridal Expo at the Xfinity Center. We ran into an old classmate, Wes Jenks, who happened to be running the event.
All joyous crap.
What's your name, sweetheart? Julia, get right in front. I don't know about the bottle of champagne, but I heard. It's a bubbly way. What's your name, honey? Mercy, come on out. Ladies and gentlemen, have a nice round of applause for all my volunteers out there. All right, folks, this is the Go DJ Wobble. It's a little modified, it's a little easier. We're gonna show you how it's done, okay? All right, here we go. If you guys feel like joining in, don't be shy, okay? We're gonna start by taking those shoulders and lean back and roll over. Yes, you're looking good. Now lean forward and roll it again. You can stick your push out. All right, we're gonna roll to the right, and then we're gonna roll to the left. All right, and then we're gonna take 2 steps forward. 1, 2, and then 2 steps back. And here comes the hard part. 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. Very difficult, right? All right, then we're gonna shake what your mama gave you, and we're gonna turn to the left. And then it starts all over. Lean back, lean forward, roll to the right, roll to the left, forward, forward, back, forward, forward, back, and then shake it and show the world what your mama gave you. Okay? You guys ready? Everybody make support. How about a nice round of applause for him up here? We're gonna find out who our winners. DJ, give me some music out there. Guys, don't be shy if you want to get on up here. We'll take it. Come on up. I'm gonna stay right here. You ready? All right, ready? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, lean back. Lean forward. Roll to the right. Roll to the left. Come on, it goes forward, forward, back, forward, forward, back, and shake as you turn. And shake as you turn. Julia, lean back, lean back. Lean forward. To the right. To the left. All right, forward, forward, back, forward, forward, back, and shake it and turn. Shake it. Facing this way, facing this way. Here we go, lean back.
I'm shaking it, it's like condos, man. I'm shaking the city like
roll to the right.
Hey, doing the face like condos.
The other side.
I'm drinking the cake, so let's play.
Come on, forward,
I'm
forward.
the game, the game's mine. Yeah, I'm witness the change, it's my time. Yeah, I'm new to the game, but y'all might.
All right, here we go, lean it back, everybody, lean back.
I can dance on it, I don't teach
Forward.
Yeah, I'm looking at something like
To the right.
A girl told me that a man that can dance like a possibly get down with the tool in his hand.
Come on, forward,
Now, I'm a
forward.
lady, let me see it vibrate. And when it's over, you ain't gonna need your bow.
Turning. All right, here we go. One more time, guys. One more time, then we're gonna find our winner. Everybody, lean back. Lean back. Come on. Roll. Here we go. Come on, go. Shake it. Shake, shake it. How about a nice round of applause for all of them out there? Weren't they amazing? All right, guys. By crowd participation, DJ, kill it. By crowd participation, we're going to find a winner. We only have 1 bottle of champagne to give away out there. Gina, who thinks Gina was the winner? You either got a lot of friends or you're a really good dancer, one of them. Who thinks Mercine was the winner out there? Not bad, Mercine, not bad. Who thinks Vicky right here in the red is the winner? Not bad, not bad. Who thinks Colleen? It must be friends, family over there. And who thinks the lovely Julia was the winner? Tough guys, very tough, but there can only be one winner. Courtesy of Go DJ Entertainment, the Go Event Group. Gina is your winner out there. Let's hear it for her. Guys, we got lots more stuff coming up. KC101 is going to be back up on stage here in a little bit. More.
Julia didn't end up winning the bottle of champagne. I'm pretty sure legally she wasn't allowed to anyway. But still, it was pretty impressive that she even got up on that stage. I certainly wouldn't have at her age. Adam and Stacie, having set their wedding, made me even more determined to get my video camera this year. And now I had a deadline. After the Bridal Expo, I decided to put my Kickstarter plan into motion. I put it together, and then I had it approved by Stacie. But for some reason, I was hesitant to pull the trigger. Adam had decided to take me, Haela, and Julia to the UConn Huskies hockey game at the Civic Center.
Ice skaters and aquanauts claim their new frozen playground. with speed and fluidity as they challenge the laws of gravity with never before seen looking out later in the game. Ice, UConn Hockey!
Good save.
Parachute, 2 minutes for interference and
Watch the game, James.
Behind you, they're gonna score.
Oh!
Hit the post.
Oh, take it, shot! Oh!
What?
He's hit the wall. Borderline icing, or I mean offsides. Nice.
You mean the puck? Well, then someone will play it and hit it.
Not right now, Joel.
Right now.
Oop, nice keeping job. That was incredibly dangerous for them. Nice.
Oh, good shot.
Oh!
Finish the hockey game and just I have everyone.
You guys enjoy the hockey game?
Everyone really enjoyed it.
I had been making minor changes to my Kickstarter. Nothing major. I just kept staring at it, and staring at it, and staring at it some more. Not quite ready to pull the trigger, to make it live. The reason for my hesitance was because I knew what that would mean for me. I knew what it would do for me mentally. That I would be checking my phone every 5 seconds to see if there had been any donations. And there was a fear that I would fall flat on my face, that no one would donate. Back in 2016, when I was working for Fabio Gazelle on the book, I had set up a Kickstarter to help self-publish the book. And I didn't really get a lot of contributions. I was afraid of the same thing happening here. I wasn't looking forward to the anxiety that was soon to fall, the depression, the mental craziness. I was afraid to fail. The same fear that kept me back throughout most of my life, that led to the circumstances that I was in. The same fear I was trying to overcome now, to make my life better, to make my kids' life better. And I thought about Julia. I thought about her getting up on that stage, showing utter fearlessness, not being afraid to fail, not being afraid to stand in front of an audience. Last year, I had resolved to live more like her, to be bolder. And while I didn't always live up to that, I had certainly made inroads towards doing so. And now was the time to keep that going, to keep the boldness going. What the hell? Here goes nothing. Like, how about now, Jules? Julia, let me see your nails.